It's 1 minute after the hour. We can get started here. I'll just kick things off here. My name is Larry Kim. I'm here with my colleague Samir. We're talking about how to turn your agency, your marketing agency, into a unicorn with chat marketing. Wanted to introduce my guest first. Samir is someone I've known for about 5 years now. He's the CEO and founder of a leading marketing agency in Boston called Fetch and Funnel. He's done a lot of successful campaigns for hundreds of big brands and companies, and I highly recommend Samir as an expert in growth marketing and online advertising. My name is Larry Kim. I'm the founder and CEO of MobileMonkey, and we're so glad to have you here today. Samir, did you want to say hi to the audience here?
Hi, everybody. Thanks for attending. Super excited to go through everything today.
Awesome. And feel the same way here, Samir. I just wanted to say that if you wanted to connect with us on Messenger, Samir can be reached at Fetch and Funnel here, and MobileMonkey it can be reached here at m.me/MobileMonkey. Do you want to take us through the agenda here, Samir?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be pretty packed content. So everybody grab a notebook because we're going to fly through a lot of really great stuff here. But so if you're an agency, it's going to be great content. But even if you're not an agency, no worries. We're still going to give some really, really great tips. So first thing we're going to go through is just why Messenger. Not your basic stuff, but really why is this going to be a big differentiator for your business, for your agency, for your clients. And then we're going to talk about how to level up your Facebook ads using Messenger and using MobileMonkey. And then a big one, alleviate bottlenecks and increase conversion rates. Who the heck doesn't want to do that? And then we're going to talk about growing a Messenger list, super important thing to really be able to leverage the power of Messenger. And then we're going to talk about building the most powerful 3-step Messenger funnel that's going to make you a ton of money, make your clients a ton of money. And then if you're an agency, we're going to talk specifically about how to find clients and how to price appropriately. It can be a tricky thing. So we'll talk through a couple different options and different directions to go, whether you're doing these already, doing Messenger projects or not. And then we're going to offer a special offer for agencies. And then, of course, we'll have a Q&A at the end here.
Awesome. So start with part one, why Messenger? Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, frankly, right here is where we're going. So what worked 3 months ago doesn't work today. It's a big thing in the Facebook world. I'm sure people have seen that. Costs are going up. Right, heavy reliance on creative. So really, getting really killer videos done, great graphics is really what's going to have to differentiate you. You're relying on your website to convert. So again, we're going to talk about how to optimize that and get a higher conversion rate. And is really audiences lack purchase intent. You really have to nurture them in this day and age. You can't just think that someone's going to make a purchase the second they get to your website or sign up for a demo or whatever it is. And it's really tough for brands that don't have customer data. That's a huge thing this year that you're going to hear a lot of the gurus talking about and people out there that customer data and how important that is. And also, Facebook has really weak B2B targeting. You can't, it's not LinkedIn, but LinkedIn's super expensive. So there's ways around that and ways that, you have to, there's ways to improve that. But wherever there's an issue, there's always, wherever there's a challenge, always there's opportunity. Fortunately for us in the world, this guy, Jason O'Hare, who is MobileMonkey's COO, he said a long time ago when I used to work with him, said our job is to solve challenging problems. Without any, we wouldn't be here. And that's what MobileMonkey's going to do. And so really one of the things that I just want to point out is when you're talking with your clients and you're trying to pitch Messenger, what's more effective? Right now, if they're using email, which I hope they are, but they most likely are, they're showing up in the Gmail promotions tab alongside all of their competitors. And so you could be sending them a push notification, something that they care about, a notification. Everyone, when you get that ding on your phone, it's a notification you care about. You open it, you pay attention to it. You can't abuse that power, but when you have that power, it can be extremely powerful. And the big thing with Messenger is it's scalable. It has massive potential. You can do this. You could be a first mover. You could do this before your competitors, and all your customers live here. Try to talk with anybody and ask them try to find someone who's not using Messenger. And I doubt you'll find someone unless they're in China or something like that.
They don't use Messenger there.
But they're using WhatsApp, and we're not too far from that. So, and so how do we solve these Facebook challenges? Right? So alter the experience, and then you change the game. Messenger has the unique ability to solve these problems. And so taking a look at this funnel, this is probably your client's funnel right now. This could be your funnel right now. I'm sure it sounds familiar. You get people to discover your brand, you put them on your website, you try to reinforce some sort of benefit to them on the retargeting side, and then everybody abandons, and you hit them harder with retargeting ads, and you're spending all the money to get them to come back to your website. We can completely flip this up and really identify the bottlenecks, find out why people aren't converting, find out what the problem is, ask them. You can ask your potential customer, and then you get to alter the experience around that. You get to design a bot or a customer experience that completely changes the game, and then it really it solves the problem. It solves their questions. It solves any hesitation that they had and gets them to ask for that demo. It gets them to make that purchase, and that's really the power that you can utilize Messenger for. And so it might take a little bit of muscle to build a Facebook Messenger bot. We're not going to say it's the easiest thing in the world, but it's definitely not hard. And the effort is well worth it. When you use Facebook ads plus Messenger as a powerful 1-2 punch, it's the best thing that you can do. And we're going to go through some results that you'll see that. And so is this something that you're hearing? Your clients are probably saying this. You might be saying this. Facebook killed my organic reach. And so your response has to be, use Messenger.
Yeah, it's going after the same people, it's like, it's great.
Yep. I mean, and this is probably another one. My lead costs are too high. And so same thing. You got to use Messenger.
It's free, yeah.
My cost per sale is too high. Well, guess what? We can get a subscriber for super low cost and then retarget to them for free.
That's crazy, yeah.
And my website conversion stinks, right? This is a common one, and a lot of people don't know how to solve it. Maybe they're talking about some key benefits or USPs on their website or something like that. They're not solving the problem that people have when they come to the website. And I'll give it a great example and how to conquer that in a little bit. And Facebook's too expensive. I mean, I don't know if anybody was running heavy ads over this last Q4 quarter, but it was not the same game that it was in 2017's Q4 quarter.
Yeah, ad prices go up about 30 to 40% per quarter. It's pretty sad. Every 1% increase in ad prices is a 1% decrease in profits. So
Yep. Yeah. 3 weeks ago, Facebook announced that in the audience network, they're going to start utilizing Google Display. So if Facebook's having to buy display advertising on Google, then that tells you right there. So what if you told your clients that sales and leads could be had for less than their current CPA? This is a huge, huge, huge thing that you can literally offer them and prove it. And what if you told your clients that you could help them completely avoid the Gmail promotions tab, sidestep competitors, and reach over 80% of their audience? Better yet, you're going to be able to deliver the right promotion to the right people at precisely the right time. And this is a really important key. And it's all possible for less than the cost of acquiring an email subscriber if you're doing that right now. And so this is how it works. And we're going to break this down and go through this one by one. But you use click-to-messenger ads. This is really, really powerful. It's a different type of Facebook campaign. And so you can build a lead capture bot where you ask people questions, you ask what they want, tell them you're going to give them what they want. You build a list of leads for the cost of acquiring a subscriber. You segment your list, super important. And then you broadcast. You get to chat blast to your list at the right time, deliver personalized offers. You get to set up drip sequences and auto follow-ups or updates or really anything you want to send to them. You can track your sales, right, with attribution, and then you literally just get paying customers at the cost of acquiring a subscriber.
That's awesome, Samir. Just before we get into all the details, just curious, like for what I'm seeing, for the customers we work with, open rates on chat, range around, 70%, with click rates around, 10, 15%. Would you say that's sort of what you're seeing as well?
Yeah, it's super consistent if you're adding value. I think that's super important. So whenever you're designing these chat blasts, whenever you're designing drip sequences, add value. And when you're reading whatever you're writing, ask yourself, would you open this? And when you open it, is it interesting? Would you enjoy this? Would you want this? If you just keep hitting someone up over and over again, hey, you didn't buy, hey, you didn't buy, hey, you didn't buy, your open rates and your click-through rates are going to drop off just like anything else. But if you keep providing value, if you keep giving them little tips or little tricks, or just incentivizing them to open your messages because you're adding value, then those open rates and those click-through rates are consistent. I mean, I myself am subscribed to a ton of bots, and I unsubscribe from the ones that don't provide value, but the ones that do provide value, they're getting an open rate within minutes of sending that broadcast. It's incredible. And so here's like a killer example, right? We've built lists of 20,000 Messenger subscribers in 1 month for less than 80 cents a subscriber. And that might sound like a lot, but this list generated over $80,000 in revenue. And again, it's because you can do it for free. And so that's a 5x return on ad spend. I mean, no one can argue with that. No one's going to be disappointed with a 5x return, or they should just get out of the game because their margins are way too bad. And you can continue to market to your list for free, right? Whenever you want in the future. This is your list. And that's, the power is in the list. I'm sure everybody knows that. And so the next thing that you really, the biggest thing one of the big things that we're going to want to talk about now is really just leveling up your Facebook ads with Messenger. So I'm sure everyone's sort of running their typical Facebook ads, right? Conversions campaigns or traffic campaigns or engagement campaigns, whatever it is. And so this is a little bit different to that. And so what you do is you're going to integrate Facebook Messenger into your Facebook advertising campaigns. And what happens is you design and implement the chatbot, and you do it within specific areas of your sales funnel. And this is really important because depending on where it is in the sales funnel, you're going to send a different message, you're going to send a different offer. But really putting the right message in the right place in your funnel is really what's going to increase your conversion rates and get you a much higher return on ad spend. And so this is exactly how it works. So you think of Messenger as a bridge to your website. And so the destination from your Facebook ad is Messenger. So you're showing them just a totally normal Facebook ad. You're letting them know that when they open it, they're going to send you a message to get a deal or to really, take advantage of whatever you're offering. Always offer some sort of bait, some sort of incentive for them to open it up. And so when they click on the ad, boom, it opens Messenger. You get to interact with them. You get to ask them any questions you want. And it's super interactive. It's not a survey. Surveys suck. You have to pay someone $200 Amazon gift card in order for them to fill out a survey, right? But if you ask someone a couple simple questions and all I have to do is click a couple buttons inside of Messenger, something I already use all the time, it's so much easier and it's a different experience. And it's extremely powerful. So in this example, we were offering them a coupon code. This was particularly to cart abandoners. So again, like where are they in the funnel? I wouldn't offer this coupon code to someone who has never heard of this product before. But these were cart abandoners where we offered a coupon code and it annihilated.
Yeah, the key here, guys, is between step 1 and step 2. I mean, so Samir's doing a really good job at matching the content with the intent. But between step 1 and step 2, magic happens. When they click that button, send message, they're opted into your list. All right, and so you get all of their information, like first name, last name, location, language, country.
Gender.
Yeah, you get all this information about the user, and you get messaging permissions. So you have the right to send them messages in the future, so follow-ups. So you want to talk about building the bot?
Yeah. So this is where it gets fun. So one of the really, really great features inside of MobileMonkey is they already have templates. So if you haven't built a bot before, this is a great place to start. Even if you're not doing real estate or not doing a beauty salon, play around with some of the templates. It gives you some really great ideas, and it lets you see different features, different ways of setting up. But you can see right here, there's a lead gen bot, there's an e-commerce template. Great places to start. Just set one up. And it's really easy to do so. And MobileMonkey's got a great training that you can go through. And so once you set it up, you're just going to go in, you set up your bot. Like we said, you do the lead gen one or the e-commerce one. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go into the messenger ads section once you have your bot set up. And then we're going to utilize that inside of Facebook.
So it's basically like you're creating an ad with a landing page, but the landing page is your bot content. So yeah, MobileMonkey has this editor where you can create the content that you're sending to users, and you just specify like the destination page for when they click on that chat button. I can talk about this. It's very simple. Like when you in MobileMonkey, as you're setting up the messenger ads, and by the way, you kind of need to do this part in MobileMonkey because think of this as like a website for your chat content, okay? And basically what you're doing here is you're setting up kind of the responses. There's two really important things that you need to know here when you're setting up the ad. You need to get the ref parameter, like this URL parameter, and some code to insert into your ad. Talk a little bit about that in just a moment. But I think Samir was going to talk a little bit about the nuts and bolts of doing a click to messenger ad campaign.
Yeah, so this is where it's a little bit different than setting up your other campaigns. It's not difficult whatsoever. And, we're going to kind of breeze through this a little bit, but you could, watch the replay and all that kind of stuff. And there's great blog articles even on MobileMonkey that walks you through it. But one of the key differentiators here is when you're choosing your campaign type, you choose the messages campaign. And what this does is you're telling Facebook, which by the way, is amazing at trying to do whatever you tell your campaign goal is, right? And we're telling it that we want messenger subscribers. That is the goal of this campaign. And Facebook knows that it's only going to send these ads and only show these ads to people who have Messenger installed on their phone. Facebook knows, who utilizes Messenger. So it's the best campaign type usually to use. And so you click on messages, you go and set up your normal targeting. Really great ways to sort of start is some of the retargeting stuff to play around with it. Maybe retarget some of the people who have engaged with your Facebook page or your Instagram or website visitors, abandoned carters, things like that. And then you always sort of split test your call to action. We usually go with send message because then people know what they're getting into when they click on it. They know they're going to send a message. You can change your call to action to learn more or anything else, and it's always worth running a split test. But typically we recommend send message. And then the next step is you're going to set up your messages. And so this is where it's a little bit different. You choose your image, you write your ad copy, totally normal. But then instead of adding a URL or something like that, you click on the setup messages. And then it used to be that you would have to completely customize this yourself and be a developer and know JSON and know how to code. But that's not the case anymore because of MobileMonkey. So you just click on the JSON section, and then you're literally just going to copy and paste what we had from MobileMonkey. And so you literally just paste the code right in here. MobileMonkey provides that to you. You build your landing page in MobileMonkey, super simple, drag and drop, and then you just copy and paste your code into here. And then we have to add just your reference code as well, because that's telling it to interact with the specific landing page. So you just copy that, and then you're just adding it into the URL parameters, super easy. And then this is what you're getting. So you've got your Facebook ad, somebody clicks on send message, and then it's opening up the MobileMonkey landing page. And just like Larry said, this is where the magic happens. This person is now a subscriber. You know a ton of information about them. You get to ask them more questions, interact with them, and really just start building your community. And so that was a great example here of, again, like just offering coupon codes and then giving them the coupon code, once they say, give me that, you can ask for their email address. Hey, where should I send this coupon to? Grab their email address, send that email address, Zapier it straight over to your list. And then
Just here's some of the information that you're getting. Like I was mentioning earlier, when they click that button, you get all their information. It's like, messaging permissions plus information that you can use to customize the conversation. So like instead of saying, hey, subscriber, you can like insert, first and last name. You can, because their gender, maybe you could customize the your offers according to what's popular for different types of people, like what languages they speak, where they live, that kind of stuff. Yeah, so.
Yeah, so this one's really, really powerful, and I think it's going to resonate with a lot of people. So this one, what we want to talk about is alleviating bottlenecks and increasing conversion rates. So again, this relates to anybody, whether you're an agency or not. But if you are an agency, this is what you can offer your clients. This is extremely powerful. And so you really want to turn your attention to Messenger in order to boost conversion rates. And one of the examples we'll go through is that Facebook ad coupon bot, but we're going to go through a couple other things that get really, really interesting. And so really just kind of talking about that coupon bot, right? You engage your audience on their own turf. You get higher usage and effectiveness of promotions. If you offer any kind of coupons right now and you offer them through Facebook, go see how many sales you got tracked and see how many people use the coupon code. I guarantee you there is nowhere near 100% utilization of that coupon code. Usually it's like 50% or something or less for whatever reason. When we do it this way, when you do it through Messenger, it's extremely powerful. 100% of the people end up using the coupon code, and more people, because more people are using it, you get so many more sales from it. I mean, think about it. If I get a coupon code from a Facebook ad, how do I copy and paste it? Do I remember the coupon code? What if I jump on the bus? How am I going to remember, right? But if it's in Messenger, I can go back to it, right? You can send that auto drip to them a few days later, just reminding them that that coupon code's expiring. I hope you understand how powerful that is. Push notification to them, reminding them of that. And of course, it's just all about increasing return on ad spend when you're utilizing it, in your Facebook advertising. And so, here's another, just a quick example. You could say, hey, hurry up, expires in 24 hours. And you get this great window of 24 hours that when somebody interacts with your bot, you're able to send them anything in the 24 hours. You can send them promotional materials. And so we want to send them promotions. We want to remind them that this coupon code's expiring in 24 hours and pushing them to make that purchase.
A countdown
Yeah.
every hour. you have 23 hours left.
You got it.
So yeah, this is how you set them up. As I was mentioning earlier, MobileMonkey is where you create the content, the messages that you're sending to your customers, through the messenger ads. And so, in Samir's coupon bot, he was creating a kind of a question. It's like, type coupon to get your coupon. So he's trying to bait the engagement, and so, like as you can imagine, it's kind of like creating HTML code where you've got like text and images and forms and GIFs and stuff like that that you can add into the content. It's the same idea when you're creating your chat marketing content. So in this case, Samir is asking them a question, and that's like one of the types of ways to engage the users. And then after they click on the button, Samir's sending some message saying, "Congratulations, here's your coupon 1234." And so it's really, really simple to do. Do you want to talk about the abandoned cart?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is what's really, really powerful. And I just wanted to throw these numbers in here just so if you don't believe me that the numbers speak for themselves. But for this particular client in this abandoned cart recovery, I mean, just in $311 of our initial ad spend testing this bot out, we got $15,000 in revenue. I mean, it's an expensive product. It's over $1,500. So take that with a grain of salt, but still, that normal lifetime on that abandoned cart audience and offering a coupon code through a normal Facebook ad, the sort of traditional old school way of doing it, got a 7.5 return, which was great. The client was super happy with that. There were no issues. But when we introduced the bot, we were getting above a 50x return. And the increase in conversion rate, which was really one of the coolest things. And I'm going to get to a couple other ways that we did that, really just alleviating a few other bottlenecks that they had.
Must have been doing really, really bad before.
Well, it's tough. I mean, again, it's a $1,500 product. It's a tricky product. It's not straightforward. One of the problems that I'm going to get to, like, people didn't know what size to get, and yeah, their conversion rate was super bad. I mean, we're talking, yeah, way below average. And so you can literally see here. Here's the normal ad, no bot, right? 1,600 in spend, delivered 12,000 in results. Great return, no arguing. But then, yeah, when we introduce Messenger, I mean, you can see that 50x return is just incredible. Yeah, and here it is, just CPA. Look at that CPA drop. $230 drop down to $33. That's fun stuff. Your clients are going to be thrilled, and they're going to be sticking with you for a long time. And really, here is the abandoned cart one, right? You create that messages campaign, and then you're going into MobileMonkey. You're setting up your page where it interacts. You set up your little your hidden attributes, so you know sort of what people have done, so you can follow up with them with that drip. And then, yeah, I mean, the big thing is that drip campaign, sending them those reminders. One of the things that we did was we followed up with people just to make sure that we answered those common questions, and that's huge. If you can interact with someone and say, hey, I just want to see if you had any questions. Here's our common questions. Does any of these apply to you? And they click on one. Yes, I don't know what size to get. Boom, boom, boom. Answer 3 questions. It's just extremely powerful.
The tracking attributes that Samir's talking about it's kind of like Messenger's version of cookies. You know how like you can cookie visitors based on whether or not they visit a page or not, or if they've expressed interest in a certain product. You can do this all in Messenger, where you tag the user. Oh, well, he's very interested in this product, or interested in that other product, or their state in the funnel, and then use that data to do segmentations for your lists in order to do the targeted follow-ups. So.
Yeah, and I would say if you're just getting started, don't worry about that stuff. It'll come. But if you have been setting up bots, pay attention to that, because that is one of the most powerful things that you can do is list segmentation. Yeah, and I mean, and like I mentioned, with this client, with this electric skateboard, product sizing was a major issue that we noticed on the website. And so we went to alleviate that bottleneck using a bot. And so it was really easy to do that. Right, so we went in, and so this is where we kind of call this the product sizing, but this is really could be utilized in any kind of product recommendation situation, and sort of pay attention to that, and you can think about it in a lot of use cases. So we embedded just the call to action right on their website. Hey, if you need help with sizing, click on this button. And so right when they click on that, right, it opens up Messenger for them, and then it just goes right into it. Right, we ask them just a couple quick questions. Hey, how tall are you? What's your riding style? What's your snowboard stance? And they answer 3 simple questions, and then we go, great, your perfect size is 82 centimeters. And so this increased conversion rates more than any other thing that we had done on the website, because this was one of their biggest bottlenecks, that we ran a survey through a bot to find that out. You know, why were people not purchasing? And so many people said, I don't know what size to get.
So just to give a little clarity on how you do this, like it looks really cool, but how do you actually make this happen? That little button there, that it's called a send to messenger button. So what you can do is you can add that button on any one of your web pages. The way you do it is you go into MobileMonkey and you go click on lead magnets, and then you choose something called an HTML element, which is a send to messenger button. Okay, and then notice how when they click on this button, I'm configuring it to go to the sizing questionnaire. Okay, that's just the name of the content that asks the user for, like, how tall are you, etc. And then what this does is it generates some JavaScript code for you at the bottom here. You just copy that code and put it into your web page, and then it gets rendered as this handy little button, like right in the web page. So I think that's amazing. The other thing that I wanted to say was, like, you can add QA triggers to this amazing sizing bot that Samir's just created. So what I mean by this is that, so this is the content that Samir created. It says, hi, first name, that gets substituted with, Johnny's name or whatever. Nice to meet you. Need help finding your size? The perfect board is just two questions away. Question number one, how tall are you? So this is the content that Samir created. And notice how he's added a trigger here, QA, a question and answer trigger called sizing. So what this means is, like, if somebody's interacting with, this company's Facebook page, like messaging the company, and there's a question that has relating to sizing, this content will actually be automatically triggered, and will that's the power of this bot. It can answer these types of questions automatically, because we assume that if the question that the user is asking has the word sizing, that this is probably going to be helping them find the answer. So that's pretty cool, of an example of customization and on-the-spot answering using this bot technology. Go ahead, Samir.
Yeah, I mean, and you can, again, just showing some results. We're not trying to tout or anything like that, really just telling you the power of this. So, we had a 12% sales increase just placing that on the website, just off 500 users in 1 month. And right, and the real power here too is that auto follow-up sequence with the timed messages. That is extremely powerful. So once someone goes through that sizing bot, we send them another message 24 hours later just saying, hey, so excited you went through your size. Quick reminder, here is the size. Did you have any other questions? And that is extremely powerful. Now, if you sell a $5 product, I'm sure you don't want to be asking every single person under the sun if they have any questions. But for a $1,500 product, this is a huge opportunity for them to interact and chat with people. Like, the bots are amazing, and it's great. But at the same time, you are able to open up a conversation with someone because they're now in Messenger with you, and you can interact with them and go back and forth and have a conversation. And that's extremely powerful as well. And right, and again, it gave customers reassurance and confidence in their decision to purchase. And you can do that in a lot of different ways, right? It doesn't have to be sizing. It could be any kind of product recommendation. It could be, right, for MobileMonkey, they ask you a couple simple questions. Hey, are you an agency? Hey, are you just trying to figure out how to build a bot? Have you built a bot before? And you can ask someone a couple quick questions and then instantly give them value and provide them, the content that is best suited for them, instead of just giving everybody generic content and hoping that whatever you throw up kind of sticks. And so we're talking a lot about building a messenger list, but this is extremely powerful. You want to take advantage of this. It's never going to be cheaper than it is today to build a messenger list. And so you definitely want to take advantage of it as quickly as possible. And so great ways to do that is using lead generation. And so go through a couple quick examples, but you can see here, we built a list here with less than $800, built a 2,600 people list, and we got each one of these subscribers for 30 cents.
Yeah, so what's happening here, guys, is that, remember, they become a subscriber when they click on the button. So normally when you're doing Facebook ads, you're paying like $3 a click or something like this, and they click on your website. 98% of them won't sign up for your offer, and so they don't become a lead. You know what I mean? But here, 100% of people who just click on the button, like, forget about what they do afterwards. Like, just as long as they click the button, they become a subscriber, and that's how Samir is able to get these cost per subscribers, down to 30 cents, because it's basically 100% conversion rate from click to lead. Yeah,
even the best landing pages I've ever built that had the best conversion rates ever, asking for somebody's email address, is not the same conversion rate that you can get with a send a messenger ad.
You've eliminated the most leaky part of your funnel there.
Yep, you got it. And so do some quick, simple math, and and this could be a fun thing that you can sort of use with your clients or to try to win a client, right? So it's just like, how much are they planning to spend in Q1? Okay, come up with that number. Then take that budget, divide it by 30 cents per subscriber, multiply that by what your average conversion rate is, multiply that by your average order value. If you're selling any kind of product, And I guarantee that's a lot higher than what your current Facebook results are. And this isn't a guarantee, but of course, like even if you play around with other numbers like this, great, here's another example where this was one of the most competitive industries that exists on Facebook. And you can see we generated over 2,000 subscribers for a little over $6,500. That's a $3 CPA, but we had a much higher conversion rate than the website, a much lower cost per lead, and this was an extremely successful campaign. And so again, you can offer anything you want, right? Here's a couple examples where we tried to get people into webinars, extremely minimal friction. It's super easy to register and opt people in. You get more leads at a lower cost. You get significantly more engagement. I mean, I'm sure there's more people attending this webinar because you got a push notification from MobileMonkey reminding you. You can get a much higher attendance rate on that. And then you can guide people through your funnel. And so here's a great example where when we were running this exact webinar for Kissmetrics, we were getting $15 webinar registrations. And their product is expensive, and those numbers made sense. There wasn't a problem. Actually, $15 was down from what they were getting a little bit before. But when we switched over to Messenger, like Larry said, alleviating that friction, getting dollar registrations was extremely powerful. So you've got a big list. Now what do you do with it? And it's turn leads into sales. And I think we've been talking about it quite a bit, but ask your leads questions. It's free, it's first-party data. Let them tell you what they want. Make product recommendations, make service recommendations, right? Ask qualification questions. And then, like we've been talking about, segment these leads based off of the qualification or data that they're actively giving you. This Levi's example is sort of an oversimplification of it, right? Just asking someone, what kind of jeans are you interested in? Narrow, straight, etc. But then when we run a sale on narrow jeans, we know who wants narrow jeans, right? And I think you can see there's much more powerful examples of this. Doesn't matter what industry you're in, you can utilize, campaigns like this.
Oh, so the great thing about this, in terms of compared to email marketing, is just the segmentation is so much more powerful because, you can segment after the fact. So in email marketing, if you're trying to segment your list, you might have a registration page that asks for like 3 or 4 fields, and those are the only dimensions that you can use to do segmentation. Here, like, you can continue the conversation through the bot, continuously learning more about that user's like preferences and identity to segment your way to success.
Yeah, and depending on which email platform you're using, good luck even trying to figure it out. Yeah. So, and this is sort of the last piece of especially, I really just wanted to walk you through the 3 most powerful tools in my eyes that are in MobileMonkey when you combine them together. All the tools are really powerful, but when you use these 3, it's an extremely powerful funnel. And it's conversational advertising, just like what we've been talking about. You combine that with subscriber marketing, and it's going to make you money. And so these are the 3. And so it's the Facebook comment guard. I'll walk you through that. But you get subscribers utilizing the comment guard. Then you get drip campaigns out to them, and then you're able to blast them anytime you want. Right? And so here's an example of a comment guard, right? And so we ask people to leave a comment, and this is extremely powerful. It's hard to explain without actually experiencing it. But when you ask someone for a comment, and when they comment, you instantly send them a message. And this is so powerful, and you're utilizing Facebook algorithms in your favor because Facebook loves engagement. The more engagement you get, the higher your posts will show, the lower your CPMs will get, and all that kind of stuff. And so you encourage people to leave a comment, and then when they comment, you send them a message, and then you get them as a subscriber.
I just wanted to give two examples of some comment guards that I've been running. The first one on the left here, it just says like, do you want to, it's kind of meta. It just says, do you want to get a comment guard? Like try responding to this post, and you'll get a response back just to see what that's like. It got 1,900 comments. Okay, so that's 1,900 subscribers basically, it was kind of meta. How did that happen organically? It's because so many people were commenting on it, like I'm testing this out, that then their friends organically saw that they were like engaging with this post, and so round and round we go. That crazy algorithm kept recommending this organic post to a gazillion people. The other idea here is actually to post like some more conversational content, like comment bait basically. So like, what's the answer? I'm putting a quiz here, and the thing is, like, if you guess your answer, I'll tell you the explanation and the actual answer in a private reply through Messenger. And so it's kind of you can send ebooks. So like, instead of just posting a link on your Facebook page saying like, hey, we've got the new marketing ebook for marketers, like we could post, if you want the ebook, just drop a comment here and we'll send you the PDF through Messenger. You see what I'm saying? And that's just, it's just, you got to rethink like what you're doing, what you're posting, to make it more conversational, because we've never had the ability before to privately respond and engage in real time with commenters in the way that MobileMonkey makes this possible.
Yeah, I mean, here's one for you. If you're an agency, go and buy 2 tickets to the next big conference that you want to go to, and then post that and run it as an ad and say, comment below who you would bring. I'm giving away 2 tickets to this next conference. And then think about all those subscribers that you're going to get from that if you're an agency. I mean, it's...
Do you want to talk about drip campaigns?
Yeah, absolutely. So then drip campaigns is a huge one, right? And you can make these as long as you want, right? You can send them a few minutes after someone becomes a subscriber, hours, days, etc. You can make these as long as you want. You can take people in and out of drip campaigns depending, what actions they take. So if they sort of change, if you want to send them a different kind of drip campaign, but these are extremely powerful, right? Because it's someone is now a subscriber and you can auto follow up with them. And again, you can customize this based off of any kind of segmentation you've set up. So if it's someone who's interested in, right, I mean, and like Larry said, you already have this declared data on them as well. Like, if it's a man or a woman, customize the message to them, right? Especially if you're selling products or something like that, make the message different. Talk to the, try to talk directly to your customer base. And yeah, I mean, and it's extremely powerful. And just like we were talking about earlier, chat blasting is huge, right? This is just like a newsletter blast. Think about it that way. And I mean, you can consistently get extremely high open rates, extremely high click-through rates. Again, just make sure you're adding value. But I mean, even here, you can see these are being sent within a few days of each other. These aren't like once a month or something like that. And getting consistent results.
Yeah. So this is interesting. Virginia on our marketing team sends out the same content, essentially similar content, through email and also chat. And email generates typically around 5 to 10% open rates. Here we're at like 50 to 60%. Like, this is the messaging blasts. The click-through rates on emails is terrible. It's usually like between 1 and 2%. Here you can see it's between like 10 and 20%. So we're talking about 100 times difference in engagement.
Yeah, and I mean, and you bring up a really good point. A lot of people always sort of ask me, oh, now do I have to come up with new content for my chat blasts and things like that? And you really don't. Like, just use what you're sending your email, like take your best emails and just put those into your drip campaigns. Maybe make them a little bit shorter if they're super long, because Messenger obviously a little bit different than someone reading sort of maybe a lengthier email, but utilize those. And best case scenario, someone sees your message twice. 2% of people see that email, and then a lot higher see it on Messenger. And on the attribute side, I mean, we've kind of talked about this, but any action that anybody takes within your bot, within your landing pages, right, you can assign an attribute. So if someone checks out your GIF, if somebody clicks on a specific button, depending what answer they give on a form, literally anything you can assign an attribute. And again, like I love this Levi's example because it's an oversimplification, but right, it instantly asks you, hey, it already knows I'm a man, but it asks me, hey, are you shopping for men or women? Because maybe it's a gift. And then instantly just gets right into it, right? What kind of jeans are you interested in? And then recommends exactly the pair that is the right fit for me. And then now that's assigned as an attribute and we know who that is. It's declared data and you can do segmentation off of that, right? And so the old way of doing that was really just making assumptions about your audience or making assumptions of what their problems are and hoping that your messaging is speaking to them. Instead, now this is so powerful. You get to ask someone what they want, what their problems are, what's the issue. And then you know exactly what motivates them, exactly what they're interested in. And then you show them that content or that product or whatever is relevant to them.
Yeah, and do it immediately.
Yeah. Immediately, yeah.
Here's one thing I do for our chat campaigns. You just ask them sort of like, hey, are you an agency or an in-house advertiser, right? Depending on how they answer the first question, I'm not going to ask dumb follow-up questions like I want to do progressive profiling here. So it's like they say they're an agency. Oh, great. How many clients do you manage? You see what I'm saying? It's like I'm being more relevant. If they say they're an in-house advertiser, well, then they don't manage clients. So it's more like what's the primary purpose of the marketing objective of your team. And so the reason why this is so important is that we can then do like blasts to about agency marketing to our agency list. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that in that example, if you go back to it really quick, I mean, in that example, if you're in the B2B space or you have B2B clients, this is lead scoring 101. So instead of paying $20,000 for Marketo per month, you can score your leads and every attribute you can assign a score. And so you can score people right there. And then if someone scores X amount of points, if somebody clicks that they have over 100 clients, immediately ask for their phone number, and then that can immediately send a Slack message or whatever you want to one of your sales reps to follow up with that person. And it's extremely powerful.
So guys, chatbots aren't really hard, but it is a new way of thinking and a new way of doing things. It kind of reminds me of like a combination of email and websites because like you can push things out, but you can also engage them. And so one of the resources, like if you have like, want to dive into this stuff, one of the resources that we recommend is this chatbot marketing masterclass. This is with Isaac Rudensky, who's the #1, pay-per-click marketing, instructor on Udemy. And this is like I think it's like a $19 course or something like this. It's available from MobileMonkey.com/chatbot marketing course. It'll cover all the topics that we've been talking today, but in like it's a 12-hour course, so it's in significantly greater detail. You want to talk a little about clients and stuff?
Yeah, let's jump in. So how do you find clients? If you don't already have them, I mean, I'm sure you already see the power here. So if you have clients, it's an easy upsell. It's an easy offer to give them. It's a big, huge sticky factor because there just isn't that many agencies out there that are doing this. But if you're looking for new customers, or maybe you're a new agency, or maybe you want to start an agency, you can instantly become a messenger agency. You can become a subject matter expert on this. No one has 5 years of experience on this stuff because it's only been open for a year and a half now. And so a couple different great ways of doing that is pick an industry to target. get a couple clients under your belt. Maybe go after real estate because you can use the real estate template inside of MobileMonkey, and then get some case studies based off of that. And then it's super easy for you to continue going after that industry, right? You can instantly go to another real estate agent and say, hey, this is the results that I produced for someone else in your area. Would you like me to produce these results for you? You could probably run Facebook ads and get a lead for $1,000, but I can get you one for $10. And this is how I did it. And then create a demo chatbot in that industry. Like I said, build a case study, show people the examples. The biggest thing is if you explain this to people, sometimes it's hard to get. So give them a link, give them an example, let them interact with a bot, throw up a Facebook page that's just your demo bot and just let people run to it. And another great way to prospect, and this is a little trick if you don't know it, a little hack, but Facebook released in the last few months a way that you can just see all the Facebook ads that people are running. So
did you spy on my ads?
That was a great example because you got the send message right there, right? So you can go to any Facebook page and you click on the info and ads section. And then if this section is empty, they're not running any Facebook ads actively today. So right there, you know that they're not running Facebook ads and you can sell them that service. If they are running Facebook ads, you'll see what they're currently running and critique them. Send them screenshots and say, hey, this is the ad I saw. If you ran an ad like this, you could potentially get this type of results from it. Here's a case study how I did exactly that. That person's going to pick up the phone. And you can see what country they're targeting to because there's a little drop down there that shows you the country. And then how to price, that's always sort of a tricky thing for people who are starting out in the messenger game. And so really kind of start with something small but impactful for free. If you're already running Facebook ads for them, it's a great place to start. Just offer it for free. Show some value, show an ROI. A lot of the sort of examples we've talked about today is all about showing a trackable ROI. And then it's a lot easier to say, hey, we got a trackable ROI here. I want to build these other bots for $2,000. And they're going to say, yeah, let's do it because you got killer ROI from the easy stuff. Let's do more advanced stuff. And then what I'm going to show you is some point-based pricing because that's a great place to start. So it's really just based off of the functionalities that you're setting up. And then you want to move into value-based pricing. And it's really just charging for projects based off the estimated value that it's going to bring. And so here, this is really easy example to utilize. So, right, you could think of functionalities as sort of like the questions and the different, interactions you're having people go through, right? The drips that we were talking about. So I wouldn't, how many drips are you going to set up for a client? How many opt-in points are there? So you're running different campaigns on Facebook, et cetera. How many blasts you're going to send on a monthly basis? And, and webhook connections. So that's like your Zapiers and things like that. And so you can easily see that this is a great breakdown. You can send it to anybody and say, here's my pricing. And, it lets people sort of start at a lower price point and then see the value. And then you can start to sell them on a higher price point. But then I really want to push sort of the value-based pricing example. So, I love the Levi's example because think about this example of this virtual stylist. Think about how much value this has added to Levi's to be able to recommend. If I go to Levi's right now, I have no idea what jeans I want. I have to go to a store to try them on. But if I interact with this bot, I know which jeans I want now, and I'm going to place the order. So, you could easily charge Levi's a lot of money for this, and the value is there, even though this bot is not difficult to set up. It's not that many questions, and sure, there's probably a couple different outcomes. So it'll probably take you several hours to set it up, but big deal. One day to get a $15,000 paycheck, hey, I wouldn't complain about that.
Yeah, so guys, I've been doing some agency marketing on my own. I created another company before MobileMonkey, was called WordStream, and it's, they sold software, but it was also one of the world's largest pay-per-click, it's one of the biggest online advertising agencies in the world, and just wanted to share one little key tip in terms of how we were able to do this, and that is to offer something new and differentiated So for example, we were very early, to offer, support for Google AdWords, and that was back when, nobody was doing this, and then we jumped on the Facebook ad kind of train early on. So the idea here is that, if you're just selling Google ads or Facebook ads today in 2019, chances are they've got somebody doing this already, all right? And you're probably not going to get the client. So you really need to offer something new and differentiated, such as, chat marketing. Do a really, really great job at killing it in that little opportunity that they've afforded you, and then land and expand. You just clean them out, like take over the rest of the client's agency marketing business, because you've done such a killer job at optimizing these. They'll think you're a magician, like with the kind of results you can drive with messenger marketing compared to conventional Facebook advertising. So that's my number one tip. So basically, want to talk a little bit about some bonuses and giveaways. Samir, go ahead.
Yeah, so real quick, I want to offer everyone a quick bonus here. So just for anybody who's attending this, and we'll keep it open for a couple of days for anybody watching the replay, but we will offer, Fetch and Funnel will offer, my team will set up a click to messenger ads campaign for you and build a bot that will work with that for you. So whatever, some of the examples we gave, we can work together to figure out what that is, what the best one for you is, and then yeah, we'll build it for you, and we'll choose a winner. So if you wanna take advantage of this, super easy. Just go to either our Facebook page and message us, or just go to m.me/fetchfunnel. Shoot us a message that says MobileMonkey, one word, and then you'll interact with one of our bots and ask you a couple quick questions, and then we're going to select 3 winners to build a bot for.
Guys, when it comes to messenger marketing and this kind of stuff, Samir and his team at Fetch and Funnel are the best. Okay, they're the number one. I trust him. I trained him for many years, and he worked with me, and now he's doing his own thing, and it's doing great. And can't more strongly recommend. One question that's come up is just how much does the MobileMonkey software cost, right? So Samir was talking about, like, how to price these services to your clients, but you might be thinking, like, holy moly, MobileMonkey is so amazing, it must cost like $50,000 a month or something. No, it doesn't cost. Believe it or not, we're actually selling this thing. There's an agency program, an agency deal for marketing agencies like you guys. It's $179 a month, and that's giving you, allowing you to put all of your customers on this platform. So unlimited businesses, unlimited bots, unlimited connections. You can blast as much as you want. You can do as many drip campaigns as you want. You can add as many employees onto the system for $179 a month. And I think there's even a promotional offer going on if you buy the agency plan today in January, we'll get you'll get 2 free onboarding sessions with your customer success team, so that they can then in turn teach their clients on how to do it. And there may even be some additional discounts if you visit our pricing page. The other idea is that if you didn't want to host and pay for the software, even though it's like very, very inexpensive, you could recommend MobileMonkey to the end users directly, and have them sign up for it and host it. Sorry, and control the billing for that, like, so that they'd be paying the monthly bill. It's actually something around like $49 a month, but it's discounted right now. There's some promos going on. But if you referred them, we have a MobileMonkey affiliate program for agencies that where you could refer us to your clients, and there's a generous double-digit percentage that we give you, and that depends on how much you're referring. So just call us partners at MobileMonkey, or just message us through the bot, or go to our website to learn more about the affiliate program. So we only have like 3 minutes left for questions here. but there's our messenger scan codes.
Yeah, and I'll also voice just if anybody has any questions or needs help or anything like that. Here's my contact details. You can write down my email. If you guys are agencies, even if you want to do some white labeling or anything like that, feel free to get in touch with me if you have any questions. We even offer some consulting packages. And yeah, I also want to just selfless plug that we're hiring as well. So if anybody out there is looking for a new gig, check out our careers page and just see if there's a role that fits the bill.
Yeah, you'd be lucky to work with this guy. He's kind of a pioneer in this space. You know what? We actually have 40 questions here. I don't think we're going to get to many of them, but one question that I see a few times is related to the click to messenger ad. Is people are wanting to clarify: does everyone who clicks on the click to message ad become one of your messageable contacts, Samir?
Yeah, so yeah, they do. And so, they sort of someone has to interact with your bot, and that's really the way to think about it. Someone has to interact with your bot, and then they're a subscriber. So yeah, anybody who clicks through the Send a Messenger campaign becomes a subscriber unless they unsubscribe. And I want to voice that that's really important to allow people to unsubscribe very easily, make it abundantly clear, just respond with the word stop to unsubscribe. But hey, I like unsubscribers because that's people that are not going to purchase or sign up anyways.
So you can then exclude them from your custom audiences and just focus on the right people.
Exactly.
Another quite common question is kind of uh, wanting you to comment on the difference between messenger leads and email leads. In that, like, are there ways to maybe capture an email address from a messenger lead?
Yeah, super easy. So we do that all the time. So you could do it in any way you want, whether it's from a Facebook ad or not. But you can literally just ask someone for their email address. There's a section in MobileMonkey that has like email as a thing. So if someone responds just the word test, it's going to say, sorry, that doesn't look like a valid email address. And then and then you ask for somebody's email address, and then you can send that information anywhere you want. Send it over to your email marketing, send it to your CRM, send it to a spreadsheet, whatever you want.
Another last question for today. Christoph is asking, you highlighted a lot of interesting B2C examples. Are you having any success with B2B businesses on Facebook using Messenger?
Yeah, I mean, huge amounts. I mean, even just for our own business, we have great success with it. Like those example with Kissmetrics, running webinars and things like that. That's huge. The biggest thing is just offer some sort of bait. Larry, you brought up the ebook example. I mean, I think that's great. Even offer like a case study. Do anything you want. Just offer some sort of bait. Incentivize people to click on the ad or to open your bot and interact with it, and then say, hey, great, what email address should I send your ebook to? They type their email address, boom, you just got their email. They're now a Messenger subscriber. You automatically send the ebook to them, and you can send the ebook directly in the bot if you want. Or you could say, hey, it's on your way to your email, give it 15 minutes, but I would like to talk to you about something else.
Yeah, we're finding that it's extremely valuable for lead scoring and that kind of stuff. So look, we're out of time. So thank you everyone for joining us today. Reminder, agencies of our special agency MobileMonkey promo going on this month we'll onboard 2 sessions, which is a tremendous value training. Thank you, Samir, for joining us. You can check us out here. Have a good day.
Thanks, Larry. Thanks everybody for attending.
Thanks.